And first tonight at 11, thousands across the First Coast are experiencing some bitter cold temperatures out there. I guess you could say it snowed pretty heavily in parts of Georgia and even a few flurries at the Jacksonville airport.
And tonight, ice on the roads has led to closures on I-95. This is at the Florida-Georgia line where we're seeing the closures. All of our area right now is under a hard freeze warning, and tonight thousands are without power. We start tonight here in the First Coast News Storm Center.
Let's go now to storm expert Tim Deegan to talk about this hard freeze. Tim.
All right, thank you, Heather and Anthony. And again, as definition, we have so many winter freeze type vocabulary words. Sometimes I think it gets kind of confusing because we don't deal with it much. Remember, a hard freeze means we're forecasting temperatures to drop below 28 degrees for at least 2 hours. And the stage is set because of, well, as Heather and Anthony mentioned, relatively speaking, there was some heavy snow, sure, over the extreme northern fringes of what we call the First Coast, but still, it's there. Think north of Highway 82. 2 to 4 inches. Places from north of Waycross to Patterson to Waynesville, it's where about 2 to 4 inches of snow fell. A little bit of it melted, and thus we have concern for all of that being frozen during the morning. An even more widespread event developed this morning, and that was freezing rain and sleet. So beyond the areas of southeastern Georgia, that also covered much of Glenn, portions of Camden County, isolated over Nassau, but also Charlton and Ware and Clinch, and then even over north central Florida, extending over toward the Suwannee, Baker, Columbia, Union, Bradford, and then over toward even Suwannee and Madison counties. Here are the current temperatures. Notice we're already at 28 and below from Brunswick to Lake City, up to the west of the Okefenokee and up the Suwannee, and even now in Duval at freezing. Now notice on our screen, that's for the core of urban Duval at 33 degrees. Out around the beaches, 34. As far to the south as the Palm Coast, 33 degrees. We're looking at the dew points as well. Low dew points in this scenario, that's good. Why? Because that spells dry air, and the drier the winds are that blow over the sidewalks and the roads tonight, the less black ice we will have during the morning hours. There it is, first time this winter, a hard freeze warning covering every single county all the way down to the islands of Flagler County. But don't feel alone. The hard freeze warning goes beyond Ocala down to near Clearwater. In fact, freeze warnings for tomorrow morning extend down to Okeechobee and just north of Palm Beach. We'll take it beyond tomorrow morning in just a few moments.